For the rear doors, we're going to be using these Ground Zero speakers here. Model number GZRF65AL. It's a coaxial 6.5. It has a power handling of 100 watts RMS. It has a 91 dBs of efficiency, and it's a 3 ohm speaker, which means we're going to get just a little bit more power out of our amplifier. Let's open it up and take a look inside. Inside the box, we find the owner's manual. These are from the Radioactive Speaker series. They have a full list of all the parameters on the back. It comes with a speaker pigtail, as well as screws and some butyl rubber. They also come with the grills, and then the speakers themselves. They have a aluminum cone with a butyl rubber surround, decent sized magnet. These are gonna have a max power of 140 watts. The tweeter capacitor is mounted here into the basket itself. Looks like a painted steel frame with a Ground Zero logo in it. Pretty nice. Our bracket is all assembled. Painted the Ground Zero logo here in the bottom. It's black. We have our 1/2 inch spacer on it. We have to add foam all around this on both sides, and we can get our speaker screwed into it. It'll sit just like this. Now this sits kind of sideways in the door like that. So we can turn this if we want to right there. And that will actually sit, this little hump here is perfectly up and down. The speaker's all foamed up, screwed into place. This one is ready to get into the car. We keep talking about moving the rear speakers from this back 6x9 into the rear door. Well, it's time to run the wire. Nissan gives you this nice grill right here. As you can see right through it. And it's a standard mount, 6.5. The one thing that is missing is any wiring. This is the wiring for the power window switch and the power locks, but there is no wiring for a speaker. We're in luck though, because if you come in here, the plug to remove it is not part of the boot. So we just have a standard tube. That means it's gonna be easy enough to get a wire through here. The first step is to unplug it. Once unplugged, reach in, pull the boot out of the door. Do the same on the door side as well. And with this particular car, we have plenty of space to work, which is great. On these boots, there's going to be tape holding the boot to the wiring. Remove the tape, and then we're gonna be using a wire fish, which is nothing more than a 4-foot zip tie. It'll come right through the other end. On the other end of the zip tie, make sure there's a hole. For this, we have a wire already loomed up and ready to go. This is the inside of the door. This is the car side. Run it through our hole. And we're through. We couldn't have asked for a better boot to run through. This isn't the norm anymore. Line the boot back in place. Make sure to get the boot in. There's a groove in the boot. Make sure that it snaps in fully. If you don't, you're going to get water in the door, possibly corrode the wiring, or just, get water in the door, which sucks. Zip tie your new wire to the main harness. Retape the boot end back together, feed it back into the car. On the car side, we're gonna install these male bullet connectors. The reason why we want to use the male side, coming from the amplifier will be the active side with the sound, and we will be using a female fully insulated version there. That way it won't be able to short out. This side, there's nothing on it, so this can touch metal all day long and nothing will happen to it. Our wires are in the door, we can plug in. We'll run our new wiring up into the door here into the factory spot. Plug into our new wires, and we will have rear speakers in the doors instead of in the rear deck. We still have to run the wiring from the amplifier to these though. With the speaker all mounted in place, we can start to get the door back together again. Just like the front door, we went and added sound treatment to these rear doors, lined the whole back of the door panel with their foam. We just felt we didn't have to show you because, well, we showed you the front doors and the rear deck. It's the same thing. Makes sense. Tried to save you some heartache there. Onward ho.